Hey, what's going on? How are you? I was just hanging out. You know what I was thinking? I was thinking about playing some games. Welcome to the first ever, but not the last, Larone Jabroni. This is where we play some games. This is just a little bonus. You couldn't get enough of the mishaps, the terrible Mario Lopez references? Well, guess what? I got more for you. I'm going to play some unique games. These are games that I'm just into, that are kind of random. This first one is Parcel Simulator. It's a game where you work for Amazon and you have to run amok. There's billions of packages coming in by the truckload, and there's only one person in the future that does it. So you're working for Amazon in the future, you got packages coming in, and your only friend is a kitty. Life could be worse, I'll tell you. So, what we're gonna do is get right down to seriousness. I got a few things I'd like to aim for with this little run we're doing here. So you might see some maxing, you might see some minning. You might see it all, baby. What I am thinking about doing is trying to earn $1 million. I've never done it in this one. We might pop some achievements on the road while we're doing it. Also, I would like to make 0 mistakes. None. No package going to the wrong place. No bad package allowed through when they try to be derelicts and send batteries or other things like that. We're not having it. So no mistakes, $1 million. The goals are simple. Work for Amazon in the future. Make 0 mistakes. Competitive marketplace. Then, once we see 1 million in our bank, we have done it. And hopefully we'll do it pretty quickly. I've never accomplished this, and it seems impossible to make sure every single one without a mistake. I feel like by day 14, after hours of painstaking work, one random package is going to squeak through the cracks, and it's all going to be for naught. But we're going to try to be serious here. I got Aretha behind me, so let's not mess about. Let's do it! We're playing Parcel Simulator. Holy crap. Hey, this game is good, I'm telling you. This is the real deal right here. What do you think, Aretha? New game. Yeah. It's us. Objective. Welcome to Parcel Simulator. Move around and get your bearings. All right. So here we are. We're in our little storage container house. We have a microwave, an alarm clock, a little generator, a book. That's pretty appropriate. Parcel inspection for morons. Meticulously inspect parcels for labeling issues. A nice plant, tea kettle, a rubbish bin, and some nice boots and a hard hat next to our plastic chair. Not a lot of entertainment in here, but let's check it out. So here we are in the courtyard of things. There's trash bags everywhere. Maybe you will be best served by cleaning those up. This is where the deliveries go. It says, safety first. Lift with your legs, not your back. And then we got this guy. This is our friend, the kitty. I don't know what his name is, but we'll get more acquainted with this guy. I've called him something in the past. I got to think of it. And he runs bucks for boxes. He's an entrepreneurial kitty. And it looks like you can resell shop purchases there. So you put stuff in boxes and get money. It's real simple. And then here's the porta potty. All right, let's throw some trash in here. All right, and then we'll open up. Oh my, look at our skylights. Look at this place, shiny floors, and we got our own desk. This is the job, baby. It's what it's like. We're working for Amazon now in the future. I don't know what year it is, but I know it's the future. It says, view the inspection tablet and read the first email from your boss. Man, I love this place. Okay, so you can expand by clicking those places. These are where the bad packages go. The good ones go down there in that green slot. and you get expansions. And of course, the warehouse is going to grow and get bigger. You're going to be given more tasks. Oh my, look at this place. So in here we have some sort of big screen TV and the truck place where trucks will come for the challenges. And right in here is our break room, fitted with a basketball hoop, a broken vending machine. We got quit smoking indoors or something like that. This same book, work harder, not smarter. Bring your own basketball. The shop has them. Sorry, no budget. Oh, wow. All right. Yeah, so here's our break room with a fork in the microwave. Dear Lord. Okay, we're off to a rocky start here. This is crazy. We have a fire hose here in case things get wild. Cardboard is flammable. View the inspection tablet and read the first email from your boss. All right. Welcome to Parcel Co. I'm Boss Man, the head honcho around here. We're thrilled to have you on Cardboard. Your mission, if you choose to accept, spoiler, you did, is to ensure every parcel gets the red carpet treatment. Here's a typical day in a warehouse. You pick up parcels, apparently it's from Louisiana, from the delivery door, inspect parcel labels for issues, attach an approval denial sticker to the parcel, and finally submit them at either the export door for valid or the return chute for invalid. Fetch parcels from the delivery door at the far side of the warehouse and inspect them at this inspection table. Then submit them as valid or invalid based on a set of ever-changing criteria. Go to the sidebar on this inspection tablet to discover the criteria. All the best, Boss Man. So I have tried this game before. I know about Boss Man. I know he starts off nice to you, but if you start making mistakes, he starts to send emails about it very quickly. He gets the information and it travels fast. Here it is, the year 2065. So this is not too long from now. You guys better get ready. We all work alone at Amazon in our own little place, and that's it. So when you go on here, you see the different stuff that happens. There's a calendar for each day of the week. Here it's Monday, so we are accepting road and rail parcels. Other days, you'll see they even accept the plane or the boat parcels as well. And then what's even trickier is that sometimes you don't even do rail going out. Monday through Friday, we have truck and rail all the time. But on Saturday and Sunday, it's only trucks going out, no railroads going out. So you can't put those packages in there. So it's a tricky thing with the cargo type and which day of the week it is that you got to pay attention. And in addition to that, you have to see what's going on with the countries. Each of these cool countries has a specific flag here that we can't mess up. We have to kind of memorize these or maybe buy a big poster and put it up over here that lets us know all the pictures. But Congrati is a yellow circle and Ligval is just like a triangle. Impland is a pink one with a star, and you'll remember the flags. And these are the ones that they deliver to. So these are the actual valid countries. If they come in and it's the same flag but a different name, disqualified and all kinds of stuff. This is where we pay our bills. Apparently at the job, you have to still pay your bills too. Either that or they're charging us for that place over there. Not a lot of electricity going on, mostly a generator. Just want to throw that out there, bill collector. So over here we have licenses. Weight class examination you can buy. Weigh parcels using industrial scales. That costs $300. Parcel types. I know that we're going to want to keep these upgraded as quick as we can get them because this is going to give us more per parcel. $5 per parcel if you get this one and so forth. Up to this serious one, $15. So when you put those through the chute, you're going to get more cash. This is where it gets real cool. This is all the stuff you use to optimize and maximize, baby. You got conveyors, all kinds of stuff. Different things you're looking for here, and it's the real deal. We're definitely going to want to get a pallet pretty soon because that's going to help us get stuff off the truck faster. there is a cool way where you can get things on the pallet and drop it through the bottom of it real fast. That's going to help us maximize and optimize. We got plants, basketballs. They said that wasn't on the house either. You know, things are tough in the future, man. We got different tables, dividers. This is pretty rad, I have to say. So, we probably should get started doing a job. We've just introduced everything. We're going to chill out for a second. We know what's up. We're not going to mess around here. You ready to start your first day? Open the delivery door. All right, we're going to open it in a second. Let's just breathe because this game rules and I love it. And I love that now I get to play it. All right, here we go. Let's throw another trash away. But also, before I start the day, I want to think about that pallet. Because I know I mentioned that, and maybe I should do it. And we'll make our first shop order. Let's think about it. So the pallet, the next cool one is at tier 3, and then it's tier 10. So I think we should always have one. We'll go with a red pallet, I guess. Maybe a blue one. It's all kinds of stuff. You want to go red and green for bad stuff and good stuff, maybe. What's a good neutral color? Yellow? Okay. We'll go yellow for the one we use every day. And that's the one that's like both. You know, it's like the yield on the stop sign. Red is don't. Green is totally. Yellow is you better think about it. And now those are the packages we're taking off the truck. All right, here we go. All right. And this is where all the stuff you buy goes. To the place where it says, and then it says, your keyboard called, it wants a scanner. All right, here we go. Drop. Open. There it is. And we'll use this. Pallets. You can carry multiple parcels at the same time with pallets. Attach parcels one by one. Or hold the pallet and pick up parcels directly. Yeah, so I have tried this game a little bit, and I do know that parcels are going to help us get things off there. We're kind of trying to maximize and optimize over here. So I think what we're going to do during the day is, it stops at a perpetual 1700 hours, basically 5 p.m. And that's our big opportunity to maximize and optimize, basically. When the clock is running between 9 and 5, we get parcels off the truck as fast as possible. Then, when the perpetual 5 p.m. hits, we can do a lot of organizing and inspecting. Until then, it's basically pull stuff off, work when there's a moment, but if there's a truck here, we're pulling it off and letting another one come in. Because basically, if you just leave those parcels sitting right there, my thought is, you're leaving money on the table. More trucks could be coming in. So why don't we get them off there, and then that truck's out, and a new one's lined up and ready to come in without having to wait. So that's the way I think we should ride. What do you think? All right, let's think about this. Ready to ride? And then there's a way where you can actually drop the parcels through the bottom of the thing. I think it's with the Q key here. Okay, I don't see it on this thing where you drop a thing through the pallet, but we'll just try it. We'll see what we can figure out. Hopefully pretty quickly after it starts. All right, here we go. No games. Parcel inspections. Check parcels have a valid country name and flag, cargo type in the top left. So you're going to look at the flag, make sure it matches with the name, and that those both are on the up and up. And then you want this thing here to not be something crazy. What you will see is that some of them will come through with absurd methods of transportation. Cargo type on this one says, hey, it just wants to go by the road, you know, pretty normal stuff. But the other one, or by the rail, the other ones will be crazy things like birthday cakes and nonsense. And if it's that, you know immediately it's disqualified because we only have 4 different types. On the road, on the rail, in the skies, or by the boat. So, There's only really 4 methods of cargo. We saw that in the tablet. We know that if it's a carrot or a birthday cake, it's got to be crazy. And if it's a carrot cake, it's definitely crazy. Nobody should ship things and think that it's going to be shipped by carrot cake. Okay, the X hotkey on PC is how you drop things below the pallet if you were running around right now and not just waiting. If the parcel is valid, print an approval sticker and attach it to the parcel. So this one says Mateen and it has the blue and silver flag on it. Seems good to me, and it also goes by rail, which is being shipped today. All right, I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit. Right here. Okay. So, I think it's good. I'm hoping more parcels are gonna come in. We're on the first day here, so they're not overwhelming us too much. With the parcel checked and the inspection sticker approved via the valid submission, shoot! All right, we're probably not min-maxing very well with our speed right now. We could have done that faster. All right, Ligbal by box. So that cargo type is what we were talking about. That's not it. And you guessed it. They showed us both on the first day. Bad and good. Back to back, pretty predictably. Boom. All right, one more tweak down over here. We're a little spazzy. All right. Objective. Some parcels arrive pre-inspected. Expanding your warehouse increases the number of pre-inspected. Correctly submit this parcel to continue. So we hit the Q key with it hovering there, and it goes right down and out of here. You have a new email. All right, we got 3 on that one. And then we could use the Q key, drop them off, and we're not waiting for anything. The truck's out. And another thing you'll recognize about the different parcels and the different stuff you can do is that if you submit them as a batch, where it says this one you could do 8 of them, you get a multiplier. So it says correct parcel multiplier, number of correct parcels in this submission. And if you go up to 8, you'll get more when you submit them as a batch rather than one at a time just to get that early money. So you got to plan a little bit for it, apparently. This one's Congrati. Man, this game's pretty good. Sometimes you just want to take it easy, you know what I'm saying? Strentom. Okay, this one's out of here because we know cargo type not happening. Let's check our email. Welcome to Oh, no. Hi. Nice work on submitting your first few parcels. You're really getting the hang of things. Did you know you can submit parcels in batches to own? Oh, we just talked about that. Be careful, though, as invalid submissions have increasing penalties. Keep it up, boss man. We gotta go, boss man. Go! All right, here we go. All right, this one is another one that we know. Eliza Griffith. You're sending it by carrot. We were prepared for your shenanigans. And some of these things you could do by eyeball, just knowing that both these cargo types, carrot and box, are not it. Cargo types need to be stuff like that, or plane or boat. More boxes! So, the name of the game is, we work here alone in a world of solitude and redundancy. And what we'll do is just get all these boxes ready and have a great time organizing things and trying to get it right. Name of the game is, we have $1 million on there. So our net worth might be more than that, but I want that number up there to say $1 million. And I also want there to be a 0 whenever day that is for the wrong ones. The faster, the better. So it's those two things. $1 million. no mistakes, and do it as fast as possible. Day-wise, of course. Day by day. I hope you guys are having a pretty good day. I will say, you know, it's the first time I'm doing Larone Jabroni, and it's pretty cool. You know, I get to play weird, obscure simulator games, and that's exciting. Okay, so we'll check those later. We'll put some more red ones over here. I'm organizing the good ones and the red ones next to their doors. Oh, go! Alright. Just getting all the ones that have pre-approved stickers or denials. Alright, here it looks like a carrot again. Listen, Madden or... You're crazy. We're not sending things by carrot. So you can start by even looking at the flags and the cargo types, and you can see these faulty cargo types right away. Marlow Farmer? I don't think so. Boom. Another denial. And here's another thing. The reason you just don't throw everything down the chute is that you'll see pretty soon. It says you can open a tablet at any time. Open the tablet. Purchase the industrial scales from the shop. All right. This is cool. All right. So we get the industrial scales and we open it up. Let's get the boxes. All right, the end of the day is on the way too. At 1700 is when 5 o'clock hits. We go by military time here in the future. Boom, now we have a scale. Very cool. You're almost ready to receive parcels with a weight class. Purchase a weight class license. All right, that'll cost us $300. So we're going to want to submit some packages before then. Contracts are not in the mix yet, so we probably want to get that taken care of. And we'll just wait till the end of the day, I suppose. We're almost there. Oh, another cargo type we don't accept. We definitely don't send by envelope, sir. Wyatt Fisher? You need to send it by road or rail or something normal. Get a grip. Alright, it's a denial. And look at this guy, Isabella Little, trying to send this thing by hourglass. She's wild. Up, and there's the bell for the end of the day. The old thump. Oh, and you can kind of see the weather changing. It's an evening where we settle packages. Let's go see the kitty. Oh, look at the sun setting on the beautiful kitty. Wow, what a guy. He runs bucks for boxes, and he's got toys. There's more where that come from. We're going to make some money here, man. You're almost ready to receive parcels with a weight class. Purchase a weight class examination license from the inspection tablet. All right, so to do that, we needed 300. So we should go ahead and submit some stuff here. Alright. Oh, no! Good lord. Okay, this is not my finest moment here. Must rescue the box. This is terrible. Alright, so now what we can do is inspect 3 more if we want to get the full 8 bonus. see if we got any more denials. We got 3 more denials right here. Why don't we go for the full 8? And then we'll get that license with the hopefully 300 bucks we get. And then we'll be off to the next move. Alright, we got to keep it going. Each time we submit, there's a little bit of that, you know, want to make sure it's right. Alright, we just got over 300 with that. Brilliant. Then you go over, license, buy license. Oh! You have new email. Start weighing parcels. Ah, good work picking up the weight class inspection license. For the next delivery, you'll need to weigh parcels on the scales. Go to the weight tab in your inspection tablet. Learn more. Now get back to work. See, there's that attitude. I knew it was coming. All right, so eventually these contracts are going to open up. And what those are is specific things, basically. The specific things are, it'll say to this country, got to be by boat. And then you'll set aside packages and do that. It's pretty cool. And it's one of those things I hope kind of grows in the contracts. Like they become more specific and more elaborate. 50 packages to this place. For now, we know it's usually about 3 or 4. All right, it says correctly inspect 5 more. So 1 more green, and we're in there. All right, so we know that the cargo type is correct. It's going by rail, and then Huey Gonzalez from 1 Cosmo Lane is sending to Impland, which is a pink border and star. Go over to country. Impland, that's it. Boom. You are approved, Huey. Box physics, they're bouncing. And then go and submit. Boom. 16 of them. Objective complete. What we got next? Investigate the contracts room. We did check this place out, and it's awesome. Contracts room. Contracts. You can accept contracts from companies to earn additional income. Prepare parcels for a contract, then submit them via this room. All right, this is what we're talking about here. The specifics in the contracts are pretty cool. So, boss man training must contain 2 parcels. This is a training contract. Very simple. Just put any 2 in there. And I do accept this contract. Okay, this one right here says it's going to Schmello. Now, that's a ridiculous name, and I did not see it over here. We have Perania Soport, and since this thing's alphabetical, you can kind of go from the top C all the way down to Y, and I don't see Schmello on here anywhere. Schmello. Come on, Chance Bender. Alright, so that one's a denial. We're not going to do that one. I'm looking for ones that we might have to put in work to do. Implant, good to go. Grotti, Implant, perfect. It says, is it 2 approved or just 2 parcels? I'm pretty sure we just put 2 regular old boxes in there. Must contain 2 parcels. The van shows up, and we put them in, baby. Submit contract. And there it is. We got a new email. I bet it's the boss man. Contract complete. Congrats on completing your first contract. You can accept contracts at any time and complete any active contract in as much time as you need. Inactive contracts will expire and new ones will be sent over in their place. Maybe want to be picky about which contracts you accept as you receive a penalty if you accept it and don't go through with it. Purchased a tier 1 expansion at the for sale sign. Alright. $700 to do that. This expansion unlocks a new valid export door for the Ergo cargo type. Going over here. Alright, so we need $700 to do that. We need to probably go and check the contract, see what we got for big money here. 400 for 3 parcels valid to Congrati. 7 parcels for this one, you get $200. Now that's probably pretty close to worse than doing it regular. Because if you remember, we got 8 bad parcels for around, was it close to $300? So I think this might be less. We'll have to do some math on that. Some of these contracts are a bit shady, but 3 parcels valid Congrati for 400 seems like a good bang to buck ratio. Because some of these other ones, like the 7 one, you'll get more putting it down the chute. Looks like we got 8 here for 260, and that contract is 7 for 200. Close math. All right, let's look at the rest of these. We're trying to get money organized. Ligbow, Douglas LeBlanc. Love all the names. Yeah, it seems pretty good, man. He's sending it by road. You know what, Doug? I think we're going to allow this. Strentom, Conrad Kennedy. Strentom's flag doesn't really look like that, Conrad. You put in the flag of Congrati. So you know what? I think that's disqualified, Conrad. Boss man's serious about it. Doesn't make us happy to say this, but you've been denied. Jonathia. Alright, we're learning the country flags here so we can start moving through these. 3 lines here. And he's going by a pretty good thing here. 59 Solar Road in Tembor, huh? You know what, Philip? I think we're allowing that. Oh, we also had something about weight, but I don't think we got the weight packages coming in here till after the day closed. So tomorrow's when we're going to have to start using this guy and weighing the packages. Look at the name. Kilogram. This summer, the packages weigh you. Implant. Kelly Coffee. This stuff looks good. That's the flag of Implant right there. And it's by truck. You know what, Kelly? I'm okay with this. So it's a simple job, you know, you got to go through it. That is the flag of Ligbow, and it's going by truck. So we're just kind of quality inspection around these parts. We got to make sure things are on the up and up. And what really comes down to is not losing focus each box. Because you could have all the answers, but if I were to accidentally put that box in the wrong pile, I'm in trouble, Jack. Let's add a separator bearer, so less chance of me blowing it, right? Implant. No, that's Strentom's flag, I believe. Yep. Well, it's close to it, and it's not Implant. We'll find out if wrong name with wrong flag. I'm pretty sure that this is right. That we deny this because Implant's flag looks like that. And that's a big no-no in the future, is a different picture of the flag on your Amazon box. But cool. That's pretty good. Bo McCullough, I'll tell you what, your package is coming. Ligbow, good to go. I also need to check that contract. There was one that wanted packages to go someplace. Congrati. Alright, looks like we're missing out on the Congrati. We don't have the boxes for that one. This one up here, 5 parcels for 125. I don't think that's good economically. And I don't think this one is either. So I think we forego these 2 jabroni ones, and then if we can get this one tomorrow, we will. We'll look for valid Congrati ones. The rest of them, we're going old school like the old school. Implant. You got it. Larone. Now we got Molland. You know, surprisingly, I think you're going to be good, Skyla. I think we're okay with this. Implant for Ethan. You know what? Another guy that really knows how to detail his package. Jonathan. Ligbow. Nice having the pictures right there. I was thinking about maybe a big poster of them all. All right, now we're flying. Implant. Okay, so all those ones are good to go. If we throw 8 of them down there, we'll get the bonus multiplier thing, and we could definitely get the tier 1. Okay, so yeah, this is when you start to get conveyor belts, and I can start to streamline this stuff. All right, we got 8. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're over 700 now. Oh, you have a new email. Oh, cargo type display. Submit parcels through the correct cargo type export door. If no doors are available for the valid cargo type, set the parcel aside and check the cargo type calendar for the next delivery date. This is what we're talking about here. So now we're opening up different cargo types like the airplane. And so they're not accepting plain ones today, but we're going to start getting them. We have a shelf for them if we need it. We can use this shelf for whatever we'd like. Okay, purchase 3 straight conveyors. All right, do we want to do this right now and cash in our money before the 8 multiplier? Or do we wait till tomorrow and do it? Because it just gets rid of the objective for us here. You can pick up multiple deliveries at once with the pallet. Yes, we could. It's very true. All right, it says purchase 3 straight conveyors, and I'm almost certain $87 isn't going to cover it. Straight conveyors cost $100, so that's a $300 purchase we need there. And that would probably be both of these things here, the 4 good and the 3 bad, to get it done. Or we could sell this shelf. What about that? Why don't we sell this shelf to the cat? It's not going to be enough, is it? Cat. All right, we should get the cat something. It's been a while. Oh, thank you, kitty. 250. That's pretty close. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is it. Between those 2 purchases, warehouse expands. Ah, wow, look at you go. It's great to see you focusing on improving company profits. This new warehouse gives you access to a new export door. Okay, boss man. Yeah, we think we got that. All right, let's purchase the conveyors. There it is. Purchase a serial number keypad. All right, well, you keep telling me to purchase different things over and over here. I was already excited about this one. All right. Yes. All right, things are happening. Okay, so when we put the bad ones on, they're going straight down there, baby. Hilarious. Alright. Pretty good day. Serial number keypad. 150. I think we'll get it if we put those 3 bad ones. Let's go try out our new conveyors. Oh, it's so good. Automation, domination. So we're looking for 150 total here. Oh, yeah. Serial number keypad. Okay, we're going to go out here, purchase the serial number verification license from the inspection tablet. All right, well, they just keep over and over telling me to buy stuff, apparently. Serial number keypad. With the serial number license, you'll need a key in serial numbers. Use your mouse or number keys on your keyboard. You got it. Let's rotate it. And we'll put it right there. What do you say? This is so cool. Purchase the number license. So I'm guessing that's when the packages start changing to the ones with the serial number on it once you get the license. License. Purchase license to access new inspection criteria. License increases your per parcel income. Well, okay. $10 per parcel goes up when you get the weight class examination. Costs $300 to get this. We're gonna wanna. Oh, we already got that one, didn't we? I don't even know. Did we forget about this one? I thought we got it. It was part of the tutorial. Well, who knows? I know that we have to go to tomorrow because we're out of boxes, though. So let's do it. It's a big first day for us here in the warehouse. It's not too bad. We got skylights. Those are pretty cool. Maybe we could put something more entertaining other than our statistics on the board. But it is motivating. Who knows? Kitty, thank you very much for selling that green shelf for us. We were able to get something cool for our progress. We're going to go to sleep now. I know you usually fend for yourself. You just keep doing that. I'm going to go in here and go to sleep. We'll be back for day 2. I left the door open just in case you want to go in there and use the break room or shoot hoops. Let's go sleep. All right, we made it through one day. We just got to keep those incorrect numbers to a complete 0, get $1 million, and everything will be fine. It's real simple, you see. Real simple. Parcel Simulator. Yeah. So it's basically you just work dealing with a bunch of boxes by yourself in a thing, but there's something so cool about it. No coworkers, just chilling. Morning, kitty. Hope you're doing well. We're gonna kick some butt today. Thanks for shutting the door. Unlock tablet. Cargo types update. Every parcel is a cargo type. A screen displays the valid cargo type above each valid submission's export door. Some export doors only certain cargo types. That's it. So this one I believe said was just airplane ones. This one here is road and rail. So we're going to want to get those things. Today's a new day. We're going to open the gates immediately. Let's pull these boxes. I believe it said we're looking for Congrati on the contract. Oh, we got new ones. 3 for Ligbal. 4 air. Okay, those are the best. Yeah, 3 for Ligbal and 4 for air. Okay, it will start to ramp up here pretty soon, and it's going to get insane when we get expansions and we run them up. It definitely gets wild. There's so more boxes than you could ever handle. So there was 4 of them for the airplane, and I'm just kind of starting to sort out Ligbal and the airplane and the different stuff we can get throughout the day to earn some cash. Maybe purchase that verification over there. I have to imagine we got the license for the weight because these have stickers on them with weight on it now. So I think I was just tripping. Guania. Alright, another plane. It's our 3rd plane right here. We have to start also checking the serial number once we get that license, so that's going to add another wrinkle. This one we denied because it has a ridiculous cargo type. Today is, oh, boat's going out, but I don't see a boat door yet. So who knows what's going to happen with boat boxes. Four parcels, valid air cargo type. Now things are changing. These are all plain, but they have to be valid as well for that contract. So we'll have to do a little bit more check-in to make sure that we fulfill that one. So for instance, this one would work for that contract. Still looking for Ligbal. Look at that cargo type. Birthday cake. Absurd. You know what? Huey Gonzalez or Huxley. You gotta send it by something normal, man. You're getting crazy. Boom. This guy's sending it by envelope here. Camden. Contract is for Ligbal still. We're looking for those Ligbal boxes. Ligbal's country flag looks like this right here. Rocket ship this guy's cargo type is. Can you imagine? It's 2065, man. Get a grip. Oh, Ligbal. Okay. I know that's for a contract. This rocket ship guy, you're denied. That's our denial pile. Three parcels Ligbal. Doesn't even matter if it's approved or not, so we'll just start adding those up over there. Something about pulling boxes off of a truck and figuring out very simple criteria is very fun. Okay, we got a lot of Molland here. Soaport by bus. And no contract related to Molland. 5 parcels valid, not happening. 1 valid for 65. That might be worth it. Look at the Molland. That's the hot place to send your boxes. But you know what? Jorge will not be sending his box there because he's trying to send it by cargo type box. You're insane, Jorge. I don't believe that is the flag of Jonathia, which is this one. Man, that's close too. These are getting tricky. So you're just basically a big quality control guy with a cat. Grotti by plane. Just throwing the boxes around. Approved by plane. That's the second one. I think it's 4 by plane with a green tag on it. Alright, so we're doing some midday sorting here. Ligbao. I think that's it. It was 2 for Ligbao. Uranium by Cheeseburger. Paid Lee Yan from 85 Cozy Court in Luma. Whenever have you been able to send something through a cheeseburger? Especially something this big. That's absurd. They're crazy. Preston is a little bit different. That looks like, yep, Preston's kind of got a Boston Celtics alternative jersey look to it. Black and green, you know? And Christen's more of Strentom right there, you know? That's out of here. Lucian. That's not it, man. There it is, the end of the day. So I'm just looking at all these flags here. Most of these look pretty good. I'll tell you, we talked about that contract in there that was not economically making sense. The 7 packages for 200, but I'm starting to think about that one. Here's what I think. You don't have to inspect these ones. So instead of having to quality control the numbers and the weight and everything, you could just throw 7 boxes in there. So if you save the ones you actually do believe you're going to have to inspect and add them all together, you get a shortcut on those, kind of. I like it. Now starting to understand that part. Because basically, we'd have to inspect and take time to do 7 boxes by hand, or we'll just throw them in a contract without having. They didn't have to be approved. It just said any 7 boxes. So, we're learning about the contracts. This one's 3 for Ligbao, so I might be 1 short there. That's a shame. Let's see if any of these plain ones are Ligbao. Yeah, I don't think it's happening. We're 1 short on the Ligbao quota here because we needed 3. Okay, so maybe we'll wait on that contract. Just keep those 2 boxes. Next contract. 4 air valid. That's going to mean that 2 of these over here need to be inspected. And if 2 of those are green and good to go, it's on. Let's start with the big boy. E. Now is when we get into the weight conversation. E is 0 to 30 kilograms, anywhere in between. Good to go. Yadanica. That's it. You know what, Hadley Yang? You've done it. Alright, this guy says C. This is awesome, man. Working at Amazon. Okay, that looks good to go. The flag is Madain, and it's going by airplane. I like it. All that stuff looks cool. 4 of them are green. The contract's going to be accepted now. 4 parcels, valid, air cargo type. And now we can go put it in the truck. And it looks like there's a bunch of doors over there. We might be able to have multiple contracts at once. And be hot shots. Because look at all these other doors. Oh! I think we did it. $315 from that contract. Let's go to the next one. 7 uninspected. That's pretty cool. This one 5 valid for 125. I'm not sure about. And the 1 valid for 65 we might do. So pretty much next it's tomorrow, Ligbao. We get our 3rd one. This one here, we just do the ones we were going to have to inspect for 7. This pile over here, basically. So, I think that the boxes are each a different price. I'm guessing that each rank of box has a different thing, and you can also get those upgrades we saw too. Man, there's so many things. Good simulator games are the best, man. They get you fired up and motivated to move forward. So these things we're always going to want to get. The upgrades at tier 2 and different stuff like that as we go through the warehouse. Looks like we got some bills to pay. Holy. All right, we'll hold off on that. Hope the boss man doesn't get mad. Parcel types. So you can get a new parcel type tomorrow, and it gives you $5 more for these ones in the envelopes. We definitely want to do that before the doors open. So maybe I just want to go ahead and do that and not have to think twice about it. All right. Parcel type upgraded. Now it's just all standard. There's no difference between the 2 boxes we have here on the floor. Okay. And these are going to be the 7 regular ones for 200 contract. We just basically took a little bit of our homework off our plate by doing that contract. All these ones would have had to have been inspected for weight, basically. Instead, now we can just kind of shortcut that. That's the only way you can really justify that contract the way it is. The 7 for 200. That's it. I also think as part of our million with no mistakes challenge, I don't think you should have any mess ups on your contracts too. Adds another element of something. There is a point in this where you eventually just kind of focus on automation and everything. I imagine the contracts for a couple $100 aren't going to be a focus. While we're maximizing our cash early game, definitely cool to lock in and get some stuff taken care of. Yeah, but I will say that I'm having a great time. I love this. Alright. I didn't really rotate that the way I would like, but sometimes, you know. 65. 1 parcel valid. I think we'll do our denials. Or let's get that license. Boom! You have a new email. You're a serial inspector. What's a parcel inspector's favorite herb? Parsley. Anyways, so well done. You got the license. For the next delivery, you're gonna have to check the numbers, basically. Now get back to work, boss man. All right, purchase scanner conveyor weight from the shop. Requires a second warehouse tier. All right. So, warehouse tier number 2 is going to cost us $1,000. That's for real. We're going to have to put all those red ones down for sure. And then we get the scanner conveyor weight. Scanner conveyor weight. $1,500. Requires warehouse tier 2. And then we're going to have to start making some serious cash now. So we got the upgrade on the cargo type. Now, what does the rest of this stuff do? Parcel types. And then we got upgrades, too. Once we get warehouse 2, we can do delivery speed. Increases the speed. And then also delivery size. And conveyor deliveries. Conveyors are now attached to inbound doors. Okay. And there's one cool thing I remember about that. So what happens is I end up wanting to get as many boxes in as possible. Here's what I'm thinking. If you get these things down here that we saw, they're basically things that shoot the boxes into your... It's called a launcher. You get it at Warehouse 12. Okay, so that's a while from now. But when you get that, every door you have, you can shoot them in. Eventually, we might have more than one truck, and we're going to have to get these things in this place. So we might need some help from our robot friends, I suppose. Alright, so I went on a bit of a tangent there, but the main things is delivery speed and size plus conveyor deliveries at Warehouse 2. So get that 1,000, expand your warehouse to level 2, and then get the conveyor weight thing and start automating everything here. This is cool. Let's think about the cash we can earn right now. We can inspect all these bad boys, and then we can put them with all the money we're going to get from those and maybe get close to 1,000. All these airplane ones are not going anywhere right now since we're not accepting airplane ones. So we'll just inspect these bad boys. Urania, and then it's A on the weight. 6.2. Oh! It was only allowed to go up to 5 kilograms with an A sticker. I don't think you gave us enough postage here. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I got bad news for you, Corine Banks. You've been denied. I need to stop being so happy about it when I do it. I'm like the people at the DMV right now. Relishing it. Molland. D. $13.32. Okay, this guy paid for 20 kilograms worth. He's in the money there. And he's got the country of Molland. I do believe he's got that right. Ephraim Parker. You've been approved. The first guy today. Molland Bryce Wagner. Alright, weight A. This guy can only go to 5 kilograms. Oh, look, man. Not enough postage on there. Bryce Wagner, you've been denied. Alright, Jack Shannon, Pruania. Alright, C. Yeah, you know what I would love is a poster of the countries that I could put on the wall. Or that could maybe go between this screen here. It could show that screen for a second, then the flags, and then also the weights. That would be cool. And you could set it to what you would like to see. 15 kilograms for C. And we got 4 kilograms. This guy went above and beyond. You know what? We're cool with that, Jack Shannon. You got Peranium by road. You are definitely approved, Jax. You have cool metal arms in Mortal Kombat. Isabella Travis, eh? E. Seems like a pretty light package for 30 kilograms. What you got? Oh, yeah. And so tomorrow's when they're going to have inspection numbers on. Today, we're in the green for weight, country, and cargo type. Christen. Weight is D. $25 point something. It's getting close here. D for 20 kilograms. It was 25, right? Oh my gosh. Don't even think about it. You come in here and you try to send a package, man, but you're denied. It's clear. Look at our denial pile. It's going to be 2 whole things. Maggie Raina. So we're just kind of looking at the flags now. We remember those. And you don't have to look at ones that have already been disqualified by other things. So you go through the rigmarole of the wait if everything else passes the eyeball test. So Maggie Raina, you've been approved. Because that is the flag of Strentom. Jonathia. And this is a B cargo type. 10 kilogram limit. Good to go. That's the flag of Jonathia, and the cargo type is good. You are approved, Charles Wade. Package is on the way, man. Yeah, it's just little. Look at this. There's a green and the red. All right, now I have to reshuffle this to make sure. This guy is D cargo. Yeah, see, that's a mistake almost happened on day 2 right there. I put a green over here. This is madness. I need the machines. I need help. My mind. All right, 30 kilogram limit. Oh, look at that guy on the nose. That's sick. Fabian Trong. Because right over here we see E is 30 kilograms. Not exceed the labeled weight class. I can't believe that. They sent me a trick like that on day 2. Playing games, man. Alright, you're approved. You're right there. It didn't exceed it, Fabian. Better not get it disqualified. 49 Fay Road Sporn. Alright. Let's think about this. We got the one thing they said you could submit for one package for like $60 contract. We can do that. This one right here. And we're also going to put all these ones in there. There's 0 of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that chute won't even be full. All right, Fabian's getting his box. There it is. All right, Fabian, you got your crazy 30 kilogram even box. Now we have 200. I think we can start putting denials down. The only benefit to going to tomorrow is that we're going to have fresh contracts on there that take the place of the ones we just did. And they might include these countries and give us more bang than putting them down there right now would. For just money to get to the next warehouse tier and stuff. I think there might be other stuff we could do. So let's go to tomorrow, see what the contracts are. And then in the morning, before we start the day, we might be able to submit this for more cash and set some stuff up. You can start to plan your day. You got cargo types over here. Tomorrow is plane. We can also do plane money in the morning. There's a lot of stuff to think about with scheduling once you get to when time stops. Kitty, we didn't have anything for you today, but today was another successful day inside for us. We couldn't do it without you, and we're going to be hanging out. So you keep kicking butt. I'll see you tomorrow. I left the door open for you. All right, you ready? Let's go to sleep. So it's a nice calm start, and it's a good calm game, I would say. So a unique thing about that second day was we didn't put any parcels in regular style. We just did it through the contracts. Day 3, purchase conveyor scanner. Good morning, Kitty. All right, let's check out our fresh contracts. It's a beautiful day. It's day 3 here. We're looking to make $1 million and not make any mistakes. Contracts. Oh yeah, we got beefy contracts on here. 3 for Molland. Okay, I know we got Molland all over town. This one's 3 for Ligbao, and this one's 4 valid soapboard. Okay, we don't have any 4 valid soapboard right there, but we'll keep an eye on that. This one's 5 valid. We could do that one right now. Not sure if the money's right. 3 for Molland. I bet we got 3 bad Mullins right here. It's cool how you can zoom in like that. Our 4th or our 3rd bad Mullen might have to wait. Can it be just any 3 Mullen? What do we say? 3 parcels Mullen. So, oh, here's the city. Look at this place. This is the city in 2065. Life is quiet. You're really the only person around. It's very weird. There's no other life around. Isolated. There it is. 539. We got our first contract done. Now we got a couple more we can look for. 1 more box of Ligbal if we got this. 4 valid for Soapport. 3 road. Oh. Nothing else, just 3 road. Okay. I'm trying to think that maybe we should just use the ones that come through today. That'll save us a little bit of homework for the 3 road ones. Thinking about that expansion and the upgrades that we're going to get and the best order to do them as well. Delivery size and speed, we probably want to get right away to up our productivity. Parcel types don't happen till tier 5. Okay. Looking at the cargo types over here, we got 1 Molland Road, 2, 3. I'm getting excited about these contracts. Okay, 739 before the doors are open, and we can definitely put a batch of red down there and get over the 1,000 mark if we're looking to expand again. What that can do is open opportunities for us to make cash during the day and potentially get an upgrade or something while the day is happening. It's a long shot. Four valid Soapport. We don't have that. 3 for Ligbal's on the way, and 5 valid is kind of on the fence. It's automatically collected after 5 days. The electricity bill. We pay for the bills at work. It's crazy. And then Bossman tells us we should just be grateful for the opportunity, right? All right, let's do it. We're looking to get another pallet when we got an opportunity. Plopping. Major plop. Son of a gun. Oh my. Alright, we're flopping. We got 8 in there. Let's keep all this going. Oh yeah. Alright, we're over 1,000. We got 1,200. It's time to expand. Oh, we got another door, baby. We got all kinds of stuff unlocked. A red shelf, a basketball hoop, and more automation robots. So now we got the sticker checker, the weight checker as well. So we can go through 2 of the quality control processes if we drop 27. Right now, I feel like the money's best spent aiming to get these 2 upgrades during the day to maximize the amount of good stuff going on here. So we aim to get Warehouse 3 and also those 2 upgrades. Warehouse 3 is 1,300. 2 doors we're going to be running back and forth between now. I'm just going to make sure this thing's in its own area here, because we're going to be running. These are our special Ligbow ones. And then we'll start putting airplane a little closer to the door there. Now, what's going to happen is we're going to be running with our pallet, going to each door as fast as they're coming in and not stopping during the open hours. We're looking to get maybe one of these contracts done if possible during the day. 4 valid for Soaport. The more tangible one is get this one and then get the $500 upgrade. 3 for Ligbow. If we see with green stickers on it 4 Soaports, we'll do this for sure too. But 1 for Ligbow and this contract's complete and we get an upgrade. And we're probably doing delivery speed or size. Let's do it. Day 3 initiated. All right, we got our new cargo type, these little envelope things too. So we run and gun, and we'll just kind of plop them. Get ready for the next batch. Ligbow, what we got? We're going to get this batch off, and in between, during this break, we go and finish that Ligbow contract and upgrade. That's it. 500. Pull this batch. Upgrade. Now, we've done the contracts basically besides the 4 green Soaports we could get out of this batch. Let's upgrade. I don't know if size, 2 per, or speed is the move. Right now, I'll go for speed. In the shop, we're going to want to get a better pallet. And that comes at tier 3. Okay, we're stuck with this one. So it's going to be faster, but the same size of them. 6 per round. So, we can look for pre-approved and just throw those through. And ports during the brief time between the 2 truckloads. Port is kind of a blue and yellow flag split down the middle like this. And it's supposed to be approved ones. Green ones. If I get $500 worth of cash through, then we can upgrade this thing and get them coming in with more pallets on there. They're coming in at pretty good speed. We might end up going to 1,700 and doing our upgrading and stuff tonight. Just get them off the truck. I don't think there's enough time between each truckload for us to do anything that's worth it. Let's just focus on getting them off. So we're using the Q key here on PC to kind of drop them off the pallet and just getting them off the truck while the time is actually rolling. So we don't have what we talked about on day 1, which is the trucks just sitting there and not maximizing the amount of boxes we throw in the warehouse. Perpetual 1700 comes in. That's when you can start doing all the grunt work. You can sort everything out. Let's open it this way. How's it going, kitty? How are you? Alright, about 3 more hours of the sprint. Now, one of the other things we can get is the scanner conveyor weight machine. I'm not sure if throwing down 1,200 on an automated part of the process is good until you have all the part of the automation, given the fact that you'll still have to do stuff. So you can probably think about that in a second. You might want to have a few more robots before you get your automation, because it's a big money investment. Alright, I do see an approved port here for our challenge. We get 3 more of those, I believe we'll get that contract. We're flying. This is a big uptick in the amount of boxes we got in this place here on day 3. Should be a solid amount of cash. Making moves. I'm scanning the lands for port. Alright, this one's going to be denied because it's Hourglass. Zane Cauldron from 32 Dock Court. You're insane. One more hour of the sprint, and then we work. Where's my soapboard at? Couple denials in there for soapboard. Alright, this might be the last batch. See if we can get one more. There it is. We can breathe. Purchase a scanner conveyor weight from the shop requires Tier House 2. We did get Tier Warehouse 2 this morning, but now we're going to decide how we're going to spend our money when we're earning it. We're going to try to get that, maybe the Soaport contract. We can identify a couple more boxes out of the pile. Other than that, it's the 125 valid ones, which is pretty much on par with what you would make if you just put it down the chute. They are taking plain boxes today. Here's what we got in the way of licenses. So we have Tier Warehouse 3 is when the next one there. And hold on a sec. Upgrades. We want to get this delivery size one before the day's open tomorrow, so we probably want to get that one taken care of right away. Okay, so the serial number is in the form of 3 numbers, 3 numbers, 3 numbers, only numbers. So if there's letters or weird symbols in there, that's it. It's got to be 3 numbers, 3, 3. So if it's not in that sequence, it's out of here. Valid when entered into the keypad. I believe if we see some of them, we can do eyeball checks on them. Like that one right there is worth a check. And some of them might have weird sequences where they aren't like the good pattern. Got it. All right. Warehouse Tier 5 is the next one of these things. So that's for a minute. Now let's start to look at this automation stuff here. The sticker checker and the weight. And then serial number happens at 3. Country at 5. Cargo type at 7. And then all this stuff. Stamps, contents prohibited. Woof. And you get the sticker applied automatically by this machine. Apply stickers to parcels at Tier 7. Tier 7 is important. This thing seems like it's really going to help. You could just immediately put the sticker on there and send it through. The next pallet we'll get at Tier 3. And then we get racks here as well. And this stuff right here is for morale. And this is fun. All right, let's start to plan how we're going to handle all this financially. Contracts are pretty much good. I don't think there's anything between today and tomorrow that's super important to do. So maybe we could go to tomorrow and see what kind of contracts we got before we just submit these down the chute. Because we're going to get more fresh contracts to fill these spots right here if we just go to the morning. And then before we sort everything, we'll have places to put those boxes for the contracts. It's going to be a messy warehouse here tonight, but I think this is how we're leaving it. And then we'll plan in the morning what the game plan is. I'm having a ridiculous amount of fun. All right, here's the deal, kitty. We're kind of skipping out on the work, but there's a plan. We have a plan here, kitty. I'm telling you. It's going to be good. You have a good evening, buddy. I left the door open for you. Okay, night 3, we have a plan. We're going for contracts tomorrow. We're still undefeated on boxes. We're not going to get big for our britches. It's been 3 days. We probably have a month or two at least before we're getting close to our goals. We're going to stay focused. $1 million. We don't want to mess up. Want to make the boss man proud. Day 4, October 8th, 2065. Good morning, kitty. It's good to see you over here at Bucks for Boxes. I'm telling everybody about the great deals. All right, let's go check those contracts. Got a couple new ones. 4 valid Soport from yesterday. This one's just 10. So any 10 that we would normally inspect, we'll just throw them through there and save time. This is 3 parcels rail. Doesn't matter what they are. Another time saver right there. And this one's 1 valid. All right. Let's see what kind of cargo types. So the 1 valid you would want to do would be airplane, since they're not accepting that, and then you make the money today. I still haven't figured out what these other doors are for. I thought I was going to be able to do 2 contracts. Alright, 1 airplane. Out of here. Doesn't matter if it's airplane. We used it because today they're not being accepted. We're getting it out of here on an off day. Serious business. Alright, 4 valid for Soport. 10 regular. 3 rail is what I'm looking for. Kind of off the rails here. I'm looking for 3 rail that don't have inspection stickers on it. Three rail. Now, so I'm putting these bad boys in. I'm going to double check, make sure the cargo type is rail. Always trying to make sure we're not messing up here. The road has the car going kind of side to side. Rail's heading straight forward. Beautiful. $275 for 10. We're definitely going to do that once we sift through the good and the bad of over here. And then 4 valid Soport is something we're going to work toward. This one's already good to go. This one we're going to start checking the Soport ones with a chance to be green. Then we'll do eyeball checks. All the ones that look like they passed most of the eyeball and just need to be gone through the quality control, those will be the ones we use for the 10 parcels contract so that we don't have to check them manually. The ones that have the sticker, those will save time if we do that. Is that the flag of Vakua? I don't think it is. Kua has a bunch of stripes. Denied. Not even close, Elliot Richards. You just kind of got to get your act together, man. Imp land by plane. Seems like a good one to check. And we can start looking at the numbers on there too, because if we see some weird sequences, we know. Urania. Alright. One more in the green Soport. 4 total is what we're looking for there. Molland? That is not Molland, actually. You are going to be denied, my friend. Paola. Molland is pink. And then at level 7, we have a machine that'll do this stuff for us. And we'll just throw the bad ones through a line and the sticker will be applied. What a life. Here we go. Grotti? I don't think so. That's Soaport's flag. Grotti looks like that. Get real, dude. Jonathia. Alright, perfect for our 10 parcel. Ligbal. So we're starting to get familiar with some of the stuff. Congrati flag. Stuff there looks good, so you will be used for the 10 parcel thing. Malin. Yep. Now, if I'm really getting serious about this, I don't want to use the expensive packages for the contract because you can probably get more for putting them down the chute. So you would want to look at big boxes first for the eyeball check so you can maximize the amount of dollars you get using the cheaper boxes for the contract since it doesn't matter. So we'll start with the fat boxes and the ones that came first, not the small envelopes. Congrati, Santos Harrison, denied. Bakua by box. Another insane man. Xander Tran. I'm telling you. How do you think I'm going to send it by a box? Urania. Ethan Dunlap. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. Three more over there. Jonathia by Carrot. Maniacs sending boxes. So the one green we're not going to put down here is airplanes. So we got to make sure we don't put any green airplanes over here too, or we're going to have issues. And our perfect run will be destroyed. It's impossible. You just have to focus. Implant. Okay, this guy's sending by printer. I don't know what that symbol is. It looks like a printer to me. Sir, we don't send things by printer. Not a chance. This lady sends it by hourglass. You'd be surprised, Madeline. You're not the first person, but still, you're denied. Alright, Strentom by road. And the serial looks normal. Paige Bailey, you're going to be part of a contract. Stanley, you as well. Okay, so we're basically just doing a sort from yesterday's haul, getting all the contracts taken care of at the beginning of the day, and then figuring out a way to allocate our money while the sprint happens. E. Foster, you are the final part of the contract, the 10th box. Marain, you know, I'm thinking about it, and I'm about to do it. I'm replacing the expensive ones, making the contract the fat boxes like we talked about, just to maximize and optimize and nerd out even further. While we're here, might as well. So far, all the serial numbers have looked pretty standard. They have all the right sequences. It's a good setup so far. Okay. 10 box contract for $275 initiated. Five more. Gonna be crowded in that van. There it is, baby. So, to summarize, we would have definitely liked to do those boxes and probably get more by putting them down the chute. Didn't have to check those ones, though. So we did the eyeball check. Most of them will be sorted just with the eyes. And the ones that we couldn't do and needed to do manual label for, we used those for the contract and gave ourselves a little bit more time. Now we'll continue to look for soapboard boxes to add to our pile over there. We just need one more potential soapboard box. That could be finishing up that contract. So this is soapboard denial. Look at all these packages. This is so cool. So each day is going to be kind of a sprint, getting the boxes off, and then being able to settle down when you get into the perpetual times. And that gives you time to breathe and kind of optimize things. There we go. Ah, it's by ski lift, of all things. One more soapboard box. That's all we need. I also still have to remember, I keep thinking about it, putting airplane green boxes. I can't put airplane green over that pile. And I'm getting paranoia about it. Airplane greens are going to have to go over there and go out on the appropriate day. No funny business. So when it comes to our fourth soapboard box, I'm not seeing it today. Nope, not happening. So, we just sort them and we do that contract the next day. For now, we'll have plenty of things to put down the regular red and other one before the day, and we can definitely get that upgrade. So let's go ahead and do that while we're thinking. Boom, delivery size initiated. Now I probably want to get warehouse tier 3 real soon. And the things that'll come with that is just you get closer to getting fully automated. Once you get all the robots is when you get that. And then this thing here at level 7, the applier of the sticker is going to save a ton of time. And I would like to do that. So warehouse tier 7 is a big speed run. And 9 is when you get fully automated with the machines. Level 5 is when you get your next license, I think. No, this is level 3 for the license. Level 5, you're going to get the next parcel type. Alright, let's just do our standard ones. Green plain, baby. So I think we'll send about a red chute down or something like that. Get our upgrade on tier 3 around 1200, 1300. And then we'll get our next pallet, and that'll help us get things off the thing pretty soon. So let's get up to our 1300, get the next pallet, and then start the day. Because I don't think we're going to get anything else done between 3 and 5 that we're going to need. But this pallet will help us quality of life. Because we're going to be running, there's going to be more packages on each thing. And our small pallet is done its duty. We might have to send them to the old kitty. Alright, let's throw some of these bad boys down the denied chute. Getting popcorn physics over here. We'll start to learn how to plop them on there. We're gonna plop properly. Nice proper plops. All right, it's full. Oh yeah, we're still going, baby. Each time it's kind of on the line. Scary. Love it. All right, it's coming. The next batch is done. There it is. Okay. Batch by batch, we're going to upgrade things and optimize and maximize. The name of the game is automation, and quality control is a requirement. No mistakes. Can't have any. We won't have any. We rise through the ranks. $1,600. You know what time it is. It's time for an upgrade. Prepare yourself. The warehouse is about to get a little cooler. Oh! All right. We got our new pallet. A plant. Another robot towards us having a full set of those guys. We're going to create, a bunch of waterfalls of robots, and things are going to go through it. They're going to come in this place, go through our robots, and out of here. And we're going to be sitting back, counting the stonks. Big time. Like the big time. Now, next goal, pallet. Time to order it when we submit one more batch. You can also sell this guy here. Green by plane. Just tossing packages. All right, these are the ones that are kind of needing to be expected manually. That's what that pile will be. I gotta check a couple things. The serial number 2. So what I'm basically doing as much as I can is avoiding having to sit there and punch a bunch of numbers into the serial thing and weigh a bunch of stuff manually. So the way I look at it is the most of it you can kind of figure out without doing that. Like when you see it pre-approved here, you're not going to be checking those. So you get those all nice and sorted. You do your contracts for some, and you can really cut down on the amount of grunt work you have to do. This whole batch of greens we're going to put through, we didn't have to check either. And then it just gets down to a smaller pile of things you can do when you're more automated. Maybe you could set them aside even till then if it can happen quickly. That's our manual pile. And it will grow inevitably. There's so much you can do with your eyeball to get some sets of boxes sent out in the chutes without having to even go through the grunt. This one right here is trying to be sent by printer. Another insane person. Trying to do something insane. Bailey Ellison, huh? Well, you know, Bailey, at first, you might think you're going to get your package, but you've been denied. Trying to send it by box. It's not happening. That is the flag of Strentom, not Ligbow. I'm going to tell you something, Liam Mathis. You have been denied. Jonathia, Martha Brunson, or Bridges. Cool. Strentom by Hourglass, another maniac who's been denied. So all these ones that we have set aside that are eyeball testing for denial, we won't even have to stop here at level 7. We'll just upgrade and put one of those conveyors on the line and it'll put the sticker on it before it sends it down. Maybe it makes it more risky to make mistakes, but you're going to have to live on the edge when we're fully automated. We're wild ones. All right, let's think about it. I think I want to send a chute of green down. And then we're going to get our pallet. Here we go. $826. Now, we're going to sell this old pallet to the cat. And you know, the economy will flow. There it is, $41. Thank you, kitty. Now, we can go inside and purchase our fancy pallet. We're probably going to want to make this thing yellow like our last one, right? It's very important. There it is. Okay. Here comes the deluxe pallet. Just when you thought we could only carry 6 things on our pallet, we could carry more. Holy. All right, now we're kicking. And these things look cool too. I like these assets. So, I think we'll sift through maybe a few more packages and assess what we need. We should get the scanner conveyor weight just for the idea of getting that objective off the screen. For now, I suppose we'll do this. That's going to be a while before we purchase that. Costs $1,000 for each one of those machines, and it'll kind of put us behind on some of these upgrades we definitely want to focus on. At tier 4, we're going to get more speed and size. Immediately, we want those. And then parcel type at tier 5. At warehouse tier 4, we can get the contents prohibited box for $500. So we're probably just looking maybe at this point to get another warehouse tier. Let's go see what that costs. Required license, contents inspection prohibited. So we're going to have to get an contents prohibited box here, $150, and then we get the license, and then we can get that warehouse tier. Getting killed on these delivery fees, huh? So we got the parcel opening toolbox in the truck. Now we get the license after we get the warehouse. So it should let us get the warehouse quote now. Contents inspection prohibited. Still have to get the license before you get the quote on the warehouse expansion. It's all very complicated. We do have this box here. We're one step towards moving forward. And this thing we can use to open shady boxes and see what they got going on in there. Let's look through the rest of these boxes on the floor. Sort them into the pile that we're going to do once we're automated, and the green and the red piles. Then we're going to open up the days. I hope you guys are enjoying this Amazon time. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I want you to know that you guys are awesome. And we're doing big things. A lot of heat. Jonathiah and Vakua's flags look pretty similar. So this is a denial. We know Christen is the alternate jersey Celtics color. That looks more like Yacht Donica. Denied cargo type ski lift. Okay, trying to take a look at all the different things eyeball-wise on this stuff, and then we bring it over to that pile. Okay, so far so good with most of these. This guy, by Carrot, Maniac. Urania. Alright, now we'll bring all these bad boys over to our pile near the expansion zone. Man, look at this pallet. These ones right here, they're going to go through the machines once they are established. That is not the flag of Ligbow, my friend. All these ones are going to go through the machines. Alright, we're getting down to it. Piranha. Standard procedures. Just tossing it. Okay, there's our first serial number. We know that sequence is not what they're looking for. It's a sequence of 9 numbers, 3 in a row each. Alright, we got another one. Craziness. Okay, so those ones are going through the machines. The ones on the desk are all denials. These 3 here are for our contract, the Soport one. These are green airplane, for when the airplane is being accepted. Excellent. Now we put the red on these guys and maybe put them down the red chute. Oh, yeah. Oh, Lord have mercy. Something glitched out. Picking them up on the pallet off there is pretty wild. So the nice thing is, you don't have to worry too much about the cargo type with invalid. If it's invalid, it stays invalid. So all planes and everything, even if they're not being taken today in the green, they are in the red. Oh, beautiful. I don't like that number. We're getting it out of here. Okay. We're gonna do it smart, but still get it out of here. There it is, the trash can money. I remember the trash can money gives us a little bit, so that gets us to the right coolness. Now we don't have to submit that one that we could save for a multiplier. We're even min-maxing serious style. I hope. Okay. So we haven't used our weight machine or our cereal pad because we're using our brain instead. Holy crap. I think now we're going to open up the doors and sprint back and forth with our new pallet, getting them off there. Contracts we're looking for through in the day is just one valid soapboard. If we get that, we get $400, and we probably are getting close to this license here. You know what? License owned. Okay, so now ones are going to come through with contents prohibited on it, since we did it at the beginning of the day. Okay, bleach and chemicals, gas canisters, loose batteries, cash money. Can't send cash, huh? I don't know if all that cash is going to get back to sender, you know what I mean? And knives. Email. Open up those parcels. Well done for being proactive in purchasing a license. Only some need their contents, and it'll say Contents Inspection Required label. Use the opening kit. All right, now get back to work. You got it. So we got the license. I'm starting to think this is maybe a glitch that says buy license because we just did that. Next warehouse is what we're aiming to get. Let's go see how much it costs. $1,600. So that's probably not going to happen till this evening or tomorrow morning when we get some more contracts done and parcels submitted. So right now we're going to sprint, look for a green soapboard, and we're going to get it through. The soapboards do have to be valid, I believe. So we're looking for a green soapboard, and that contract's done. But really, not much is going to get done during the day, even when that contract is finished. It's going to be all about the sprint. It's time to work. Let's do it. Contents inspection. Parcels with contents inspection required labels need their contents inspecting. Oh, use the knife and check it for money and stuff. All right, we got our first contents inspection one. Just like some of the other forms of automation, I'm hoping to do most of that with the machines. And then we'll do eyeball checks and then just start making a pile for when we do have a machine. Running most of it through there. So it's going to be next warehouse upgrade that we're going to get closer to upgrading the speed and size of the deliveries. And now we play the sprinting game. Right now it's basically just 10 a.m. and we're going back and forth between a trillion, bazillion, what's it called? Boxes on the trucks. And now we make Box Mountain. Craziest of all mountains. It's my support boxes. Go! So, this is what I think is the best way to get this done in the fastest way fashion. You get everything off, and then you do your work when the time is at a perpetual state of either 9 a.m. or 5 p.m. So that the time when it's moving, you're getting as many boxes in this warehouse as humanly possible. Even here on day 4, we're cooking right now. 40 boxes so far submitted traditionally. And today is probably going to be a solid little haul here. It's about to head into lunchtime. But we should have a pretty substantial pile. So, probably getting stuff into the warehouse in an expedited fashion is always what's going to maximize the amount of profit you can make so that no trucks are sitting there waiting. It's going to be about keeping log jams off the doors too. You can get those things that shoot it into the warehouse off the launcher, or just get some sort of conveyor. There is a conveyor that connects to the delivery doors that we've unlocked. I think for us it's going to be making sure. Right now, it seems like we're getting the trucks out and in as fast as possible. In the next couple days, it might be a situation we can improve by automating the import process when it becomes too fast for us to handle. It's likely that our manual pallet export process off the truck is not going to cut it forever. Keeping an eye on things. We got 3 more hours of trucks. Yep. This is our life. We pull boxes and we look at them. We love it. This summer, the most boring man alive. All right, Cecilia Reed. Not happening. Go! So, what we will do is set up conveyors and sorting things. And what eventually will happen is there'll be conveyor lines on each door. They'll be coming in, going through a sequence of things, and then being shipped to the proper door straight away. That's when things become super awesome. We're not going to be able to be too excited if we're trying to get this thing done without mistakes, and we're going to have to be meticulous about how everything's set up so there's no errors and oversights. One false move and the whole perfect run could go down the drains. Plural. All right, 1.5 hours. Here we go. Go! All right, 1 more hour. Our box mountain is tremendous. Another 1 or 2 truckloads, and then we start to do all the eyeball sorts. And probably think about setting up for tomorrow where the contracts will be fresh. Might do that whole thing. See if we can get one more. Okay. The day is done. We've gotten all the boxes for today. So now what we're going to do is just say, okay, that was it. We're going to do a big bunch of it in the morning when the contracts are back. Maybe we do our Soaport one today and get full new contracts next time. See if we got a green Soaport in here. We got plenty of boxes over there. Won't have to check if we got a green one. Look at it. This is a mess. Alright, I'm just about to check a box over there. Sick of looking. Alright, let's see what we got. Soaport, B weight, and then we'll check the number. It'll be our first serial inspection. B weight, that's good. Alright, let's punch in the numbers. 372 682 048. Oh, and you are valid, my friend. You are part of a big, important contract. Leonidas. That's it. Contract 4, valid, Soaport. Accepted. Alright. All 4 of these are approved. You put it in and you ship it out. Plain and simple, baby. That's it. 583. And now we'll have a full slate of new contracts next time. And we just earned ourselves another one by doing it tonight. Okay. I think it's time to go to sleep. In the morning, we do a pile sort and a job well done. The sun sets on another beautiful day in the warehouse. What's the arrow pointing for? Telling me to inspect or something? All right, let's do it. Kitty, it's been 4 days. We've been kicking butt. Great job. I left the door open for you. Good night, my friend. Go. Sick. What's up, Aretha? How are you? How's it going? Well, I would say this is going pretty good. Okay. Day 5, October 9th, 2065. It's still telling me to purchase a scanner conveyor weight. And we discussed how we basically want to hold off on getting the machines and purchase more warehouse expansions and upgrades that are going to maximize our early game money. Automating is great, but we can do a lot of that with our eyeballs at this point, kinda, and save that cash for more and allocate it maybe more intelligently. We got 3 contracts, 3 for Christen, no criteria there. 2 valid rail, and then 1 valid. 3 for Christen. Doesn't matter what they're up to. This would be a good time to go to this pile, too. All right, one more. That's it. 3 Christen. Bang. All here on the pallet for us. And then we toss it. Boom. Beautiful. 925. Next contract. 2 valid rail. $11.90. Another contract down. Now it's just 1 valid, and you get $50 for it. You know what? Oh, we can also put in airplane green ones today. That's pretty sweet. So we'll be able to put these bad boys down. Excellent. I'm going to take one of those and put it as part of the contract. $1,245, baby. We're looking to get for our warehouse, I think, $1,600 before we upgrade. Yep. So if we can get 400 done manually through this pile, we can upgrade the warehouse to tier 4, which also comes with other big stuff we can purchase. Upgrades. These 2 right here, the speed and size of the packages that are coming in. That's huge. It's going to be heck for me because I'm pulling them off by hand. Aside from getting more things like this and putting them on the end, and then the upgrade for conveyor deliveries right here at 1,500, there's not much we can do. Here's the other thing I do know from my other times checking this game out, is that if you have conveyors that are coming in after purchasing that upgrade, there'll be conveyors, but if it plops off the side of it, basically, I'll show you the plop. If it goes like this and plops right there, it'll jam the whole line and they'll stop plopping. They won't just go into a pile and kind of make a scene. It'll just jam up and they won't be coming in through the thing there. So you really only buy yourself the amount of time of conveyors you have before it ends up jamming. So if we get to a point where we're not able to do it manually and the time of maybe 10 conveyors is enough time for us to get there, and that's the only solution we have to import them without there being a log jam, we'll do that. Right now, we're going to sort all the boxes for the rest of the stuff and start cashing in some planes and some of these guys over here, greens and reds. Glugwood is where this thing is going. What is that? Glugwood. All right, this will be our first plain green submission today. Okay. Good things are happening, baby. Putting some green plain boxes together, and we're going to have a few submissions to make before the day starts. Omar Erickson from 33 Bat Lane over in Honix. Now, the key is to just remember not to put plain green ones in with these two rail and road ones. That will cause mass hysteria, and the entire save be destroyed. So right now it's about sorting pre-approved and pre-denied. Simple, yet fun. Each box we pull, we earn. We strive. Jonathia. Toss them on. And this batch here will likely be enough for us to get that upgrade. Starting to learn the plop process off that pallet so they don't popcorn mechanic everywhere. Let's check out these floating boxes and see what happens. Good Lord. Look at that. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah! 1800. Game time. Prepare yourself. We're about to get a little cooler in here. Oh! Alright, giant shelf, a new desk, and two conveyor looking things. One with a green light and one yellow thing. A lot of the stuff we're going to get here, it's going to be part of the chains of conveyors we make. Loader conveyors, loads onto storage racks. Parser conveyors and things over here. Very cool stuff, you know. Alright, and we got plants. Don't forget about that. Alright, more box sorting. So, we're going to have robots in here that are going to help us with this job. For now, they say you have to get in here, learn the game a little bit, and then we'll give you some robots. But not before then. I personally have never worked at a post office or an Amazon factory or anything, so I don't really know what this job's like in real life. I can tell you as a video game job where there's no drama and you're not really feeling the weight of being underpaid for a real tough job, I am saying I'm having a pretty good time playing the video game version of it. It is fun. Love it. Yes, 800. Okay, I think we can now get one of those upgrades. Now that we're on level 4, we're into the upgrades. Okay, they're 1,000 each. It's getting serious. Licenses we're looking for are at tier 5. Let's go check what the next warehouse expansion is. 1,900. Okay. We're doing pretty good getting there, and we got a big pile over here. Couple more batches. Adriana McDonald for 65 pop quart leech. This is for Evie and Olive Co. Cat food and toys. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, kitties are going to be around for all of existence, man. They're the best. Okay, Jolie Daugherty's trying to send this, but look at that helicopter. We don't send things by helicopter, Jolie. I don't know why you would require this box to be sent like that, but you're denied either way. It's not happening. Holland by plane. We know that's not the flag of Ligbao. A denial. So it's the same process. We do the eyeball check. If it's flag, cargo type, and the serial number looks traditional enough, it'll go in the pile that will eventually be sorted by the machines. Okay, a couple more reds and a couple more greens. We're just going through it, baby. This is kind of what we signed up for. A relaxing, chill time where we're just able to hang out with our pals and, you know, just chillax for a minute, bro. Just looking for some chill time, man. Marain. Green action here for Lionel Watkins. Congrati. Looks like an M in that serial code. You know what that means. Alia Harding, you've been denied. Toss it on. And it's beautiful. We'll see if we get a full submission here. Submit these bad boys. We're on our way to 1,900 for the next warehouse upgrade to get to tier 5. We're also needing 1,000 each for those 2 upgrades, and those might be first in line. With the speed and size of the deliveries coming in. 1,000 each. Boom. $2K gets us both upgrades before we open up. We're getting way more boxes in here if that happens. Sometimes what you can do with your pallet is spread the boxes out after going through them a little bit. Putting our pre-approved. Making sure they're not airplane. Boom. Gonna get a little further back on the field of vision. All right. Quality Control by a Jabroni. Miranda Lee from Screw Street. It's not happening. You were denied before you even got here. And what about Kaylee Yu? Trying to send it by helicopter. Just another crazy person sending packages in the future. Christen? That's the flag of Ligbao. Another helicopter jabroni. What do you guys think's going on here? Let's get real. Getting things spread out always helps us with those piles. Tinsley Beard. Coming. Earl Enrique. Enrique. Look at all these crazy floating boxes. It's madness. Alright, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Probably pull a couple more piles here to look through the middle. This is the wrong flag right there. Kua's got a bunch of stripes on it. Alright, trying to get a red badge finished up here. About one more for full. One more red, baby. Alright, we're looking for one more denial. There's got to be a denial in this pile. Alright, this batch is going through. We'll see what's next. I think what's next is 2 upgrade purchases. Go over to upgrades. Bang. Boom. Delivery size and speed. Next will be checking out the store, see what they got. Over here, it's just tier 6 and then still the conveyor deliveries. And then speed at 6 again. I think it's the upgrade. Over here, we have 3 things for automation. Weight, serial number, and conveyor. And we don't have the launcher until 12 to launch things into the place, so getting stuff in is tough. You could, of course, load things onto a shelf, which gives you time. So that you have these little things, unloaders and loaders. And these things will put it onto a shelf. So let's say we have conveyor delivery upgrade purchased, and then we have one of these loaders pointed towards a shelf. It'll give us the time of the shelf as a buffer to pull things off, and we're getting pretty close to probably needing that time, given the fact that this upgrade is going to make things wild. It's about to get insane in here today, I think. So, those shelves coming off a conveyor delivery is a pretty expensive investment. You got to buy the shelves, the loader piece, a few pieces of conveyor, and an extra upgrade. Hopefully we can get it done manually, because it's going to be coming in probably a lot quicker today. We've done most of the contracts, so I don't see too many of that being in the middle of the day stuff we can do to get things done. I think we should move this pile here. You know, I'm thinking about, I'm probably not going to keep this inspection, but some of those things are going to go by the wayside at a certain point. The Bayside wayside. Okay. This is our extra equipment we're putting behind this thing. We're just making space in the middle of the floor for today's inevitable sprint. Man, look at all this space. Alright, so we're going to put everything off to the side. This is the stuff that we're going to run through machines and do more manual sorting on, but we have plenty of space over here. We're lucky to maybe get one or two more batches in of both green and red. If we see a couple more, we'll try to sort them. That money's probably going to the next tier 5 upgrade. We'll go see what it is. 19. Warehouse is getting big and awesome. Two more green. Relaxing life of the parcel guy. He sorts through floating boxes. From Box Mountain. Everything makes sense. It's like he's frozen time and space all together. What a world. $1,100 of the required 19. Keelan Boyle. Got it. Strentom by plane. So we have a bunch of piles, but there's methods to the madness. getting batches taken care of one at a time here. And a lot of this eyeball work we're doing is getting us early game cash. Kind of setting us up automated as fast as possible day-wise. Thea Ortega, Laurel Francis, Journey Hood, and Decan Vo. All of you guys have been denied. Maybe next time you'll do it right. For today, Implant by Rocket Ship, craziness. Alright, 2 more denials here. We're getting a denial batch down. And it's on. Sometimes you just have to methodically work through your box mountain pile. It requires calm work. You sit back and listen to the classical tones. Reflect upon your isolated life in a warehouse where you have to pay the light bill at your job. And, you know, you just work. $16.98. This is our life. We're the box man. Life as the box man could be worse. Now, all of our piles are over here off to the side, so we'll have plenty of space to put down the inevitable monsoon of boxes we're going to get when we open these doors. Okay. It's about to happen. So, most of these we've kind of sorted through. I don't see too many glaring ones. There's probably maybe 1 to 2 more batches at the most through here. I'm kind of determining whether it's worth it for us to get that next batch over the hump. That batch will open up potentially another one of these back here if we open up back here. If that happens, we're going to get way more revenue in here, and it might be worth us putting in the time to get that one more red batch through. Just a little bit of sifting to do. Don't think this is Yacht Donica. Yacht Donica with stripes. Country. Yep, Yacht Donica has dots. That's Yacht Donica, but not by helicopter. Alright, we're getting them quick. We're looking for any disqualifications to add them over here to the pile. So far, these guys are passing the eyeball test. Wrong cargo type. Not happening. Oh. About one or two more. We might get another door for today. The amount of progress with 3 doors versus 2 doors is going to be noticeable, and it's probably worth us doing this grunt work. I didn't think this through. Yeah, I didn't think it through. Do it and do it. Let's go. All right. I'm just freaking out. I'm making sure everything has a sticker on it. No errors. Can't slip up trying to do too much. Gonna get a batch through and another upgrade on the warehouse. There it is. 2277. It's time. Prepare yourself. Oh, a third door. All right, we got another machine and a cooler desk, but most importantly, the third door. So the sprint is gonna be basically unstoppable today. Where's the next thing? The next thing happens at, I'm talking about pallet, of course, level 10. We're at level 5. Okay, what do we got now? We got a license, maybe? You can buy a license for stamp authentication, and this will allow us to get to warehouse 6. And this costs 500. Parcel type now. For $1,000 insulated boxes. Okay, that's something to think about. If you do all the grunt work, you can get it done, or you can leave it for the next time, of course. I don't think going through boxes and manually doing all the inspection processes is worth it. There's definitely a couple in here that are probably denials we haven't looked through. I just think now with 3 doors, we can probably safely bring a bunch of this stuff in and get a fat amount of boxes in here. You know what I'm saying? I think so. Okay. We're about to import these boxes. Let's do it. The big sprint of the box is going to begin right now. Oh my gosh. Are the trucks already back? Woo! Alright, it's real now. Now we're definitely having at least a couple seconds of a log jam. So this will be the last day we're probably able to think about this manual. Might have to start building shelves and offloading them onto that shelf so I can get there in time and give us like a little grace period. Today is the sprint. People sure do send a lot of packages in the future. It's all by package. Everything. And people are kind of crazy too. They send it by carrot. What's that about? Now I'm going to send you a bunch of packages. I want to have them sent immediately. Send them by carrot. Will not question it. Alright, so far I've kind of blocked my path with our box piles here. There's no time to stop. Just trying to get these boxes off and get to the next truck as fast as quickly as possible. Right now it's about midday. We've gone for a couple hours. We've got 5 more. Maybe 7 more. I can't remember. I'm freaking out, man. I think it's 1,700 hours. Alright, Box City is getting wild. Unstoppable. There's also another word, undeniable. I'm doing the Q thing to get them off and trying to strafe so they don't go right under our feet. Couple more hours. Just a methodical sprint. Kind of got to just go without thinking. You just sprint to the next truck, pull them off, try to avoid the misclicks. Make it happen, baby. The truck upgrade definitely picked up the speed. Once we start to get robots involved, we're going to get so many boxes into this place in a day. Right now, they're coming basically non-stop with 7 boxes at a time. Three more hours of the sprint. the third truck definitely got big numbers in here today. Ton more boxes. Okay. Hour and a half left to the truck stop. One more hour. The last dash. I haven't checked to see if we can get another upgrade on parcel type. We'll see. Get fancier, more expensive boxes in here. Half an hour. There it is. The final trucks are being unloaded. And boy, did we make a mess in here. That's it. Holy. Insanity. Okay, now we're gonna have to think about things. Since we used up most of the contracts, we're probably gonna want to get to the next day and then do what we usually do in the morning. Get all the contracts first, and then sort through the pre-inspected and work from there, just chomping away at the different batches. Okay. Alright. Contracts. Yeah, we could get this insulated box. We're definitely going to do that before tomorrow because that's going to give us more per parcel. Definitely have to do that next. Let's see the upgrades. Okay, the next one is tier 6 for speed. And also export size as well. You can get more of a multiplier because the export number is going to be bigger than 8. Alright, let's go to tomorrow. We're leaving a mess, but we know what's happening. Kitty! It's a huge day. We have 3 doors in there. Speaking of doors, I'm leaving the door open for you, okay? I'll see you, buddy. You have a good evening. Alright, let's call it. Another day where we live to continue the run. That's all we can ask for. On our way to 1 million with no mistakes. Saturday, day 6. Feeling optimistic about today. Good morning, Kitty. Hope you're doing well. We're gonna start the day. Get to work. Alright, contract check is first. Let's see what we got specifics. All right, we'll get those bills out of the way. Contracts. 400 for 2 parcels to Soapport. That's easy money. Next one is 10 parcels. Don't even have to check those ones. This one's 1 valid for 70 bucks. All right, so let's start with 2 to Soapport. And then 1 approved, I believe it said. One parcel approved. All right, 2 to Soapport. Doesn't even matter if they've been approved or not. Okay, second contract. This one's going to give us 400 bucks. Big time, baby. Now this one's 10. Could do any of them. So we could go over there to our fat box, unchecked ones that we've kind of already sifted through and bring 10 of those over here and use them without having to check them. Okay, that's 10 boxes right there. Accept. You don't want to have any mistakes where one falls out and we have something left behind. 10 boxes going out. That's it. 1142. So we should have enough for that parcel type upgrade for whatever comes in today. Let's get that out of the way. The next will be what kind of licenses are we looking forward here to? Tier House 6. Woo! This seems insurmountable when you look at it. Okay, so now here's where it gets tricky. Today's the first day we're not accepting rail. So this box will not be going out for Carmen because it's just road today. So nothing's going to the green in the way of a rail. Getting tricky now. Collecting reds. Got to make sure we pick the right ones so we don't have any errors. Slow, methodical collection of the denied, derelict boxes. This is something else. There we go. All right, we got a denial pile going down here. Let me see when that upgrade is to get a bigger export size. That's at tier 6. So we'll figure out when our next tier upgrade's gonna happen for the warehouse. Going over and doing a number check. It's gonna take stamp authentication license purchase. Got it. Beautiful. Okay, red's going on and out. Boom. You know, I checked for the warehouse upgrade cost, and then I forgot it 3 seconds later. Two more. Ah, you have to get the stamp. License required before expanding. Okay. Man, do we have some boxes in this place. $2,000. License for the stamp authentication purchased. So now we're gonna have boxes coming in here where we have to check for the stamps. I'm sure that's what the boss man's up to. Stamp of approval. Ah, wow, look at the progress you're making. Great work picking up the stamp license. Go to the stamp tab and learn more. So stamp, just like everything else, like the serial number and the contents prohibited, there's certain stamps that are valid. Ones with stars at the top. Seems like they're big on having the envelope. And if they don't have stamps that look like this, it's not happening. Fortunately for us, we have a pretty good process of how to not have to do a lot of that stuff manually. By kind of saving stuff that's going to require that work and doing things we can check with our eye rather than going through all these checks and things. So now let's look at the expansion cost. $2,200. Maybe another batch or two. And we could do it. Okay. We're stacking, baby. All right. Red's going on, babe. All day, every day. Another red batch going down. $2,200 bones. Are you ready to see the warehouse get bigger? Let's start back here just in case we get more doors. want more doors to be purchased. Oh, another door! And it looks like there's some sort of other gizmo in a plant you can get. Things have gotten even more crazy. We definitely are going to have to automate this. There's no question about it. There's no more pulling it off by hand. There's no way we can do it in time. Something will have to be done. Okay. Now we have upgrades. Delivery size. Export size. I believe the licenses are caught up. Parcel types aren't till 10. So it's really coming down to that. At number 7, we get the automatic sticker applier. That's huge. That's a big step. This is a big one right here. That's going to save us some time. And then we'll do this thing right here to put stuff into the warehouse. And the conservative idea, besides shooting them in with launchers, is to add a conveyor delivery upgrade with loaders right here and putting those loaded packages onto a shelf. We're probably going to want to have the biggest shelf at that point to make sure it gives us more of a buffer time. What it'll do is put 16 boxes on each one of the things here. It's just expensive. It's not money we're going to waste though, because we'll end up using it. And also, we're getting pretty close to having enough for each one of these machines once we get up to Warehouse 9. So we're getting closer on that too. I think a couple more batches out of these boxes. Mostly red right now. Man, I'm enjoying this game. Sometimes you just gotta take it easy. Some of the other games I enjoy include intensity and seriousness. And I think there's room for both. It's nice to have both. Alright, so we could just bring our pallet around looking for the red. Okay. Alright, full set, going down. Okay, all things good so far. Might be able to get another red batch after this. This boy's probably going towards upgrade export size. Then we'll get bigger than 8 exports. Alright, it's coming right now, right after this batch is submitted. Boom. And then bang. That's it. Now it's delivery speed. And if we want to set up automation before next batch, we'll do conveyor deliveries and basically go all in on getting shelves and loaders for each door. This one's at level 10. Okay. I'm thinking about going through for green. We got 2 days of no rail. So the green rails are just going to be set up right here against the wall. Oh, we got boat. Our first boat came through. This thing. So we haven't unlocked the boat door like the airplane one. I'm assuming it's got to be across this wall here if you upgrade that way. We're kind of prioritizing where the doors are more than the export doors because we're going to get more boxes that way. It is cool though. Oh, that box is gone forever. It's in export land. Uh-oh. Well, better not play games. That's all I got. Empty threats. Strand Tom. Okay. So we're going to get our rail once and toss them. No rail today on Saturday. For green as far as the eye can see. Okay, then we'll go sort them, making sure we don't put any of the wrong cargo type down today. Okay. Yara Simon. Boat. This is slow right here. This doesn't feel very good. Feels like we're doing things kind of slow. Sometimes, you know, at least the perpetual 9 a.m. gives us the ability. All right, so now we can submit 12 of those bad boys at once. We're going to get a bigger multiplier for it. A couple more batches through. Next goal maybe is tier 7. Or delivery speed upgrade probably before tier 7. Yeah. 1500 on the delivery speed. I see zero chance we're able to get these packages in unless we dedicate some way to automating it. It's going to be chaos. And a lot of trucks chilling with boxes on them. The cost is going to be astronomical. Shelf per door, so it's 4 shelves, 4 loaders. And that right there is maybe like $8,000. Because the shelves are expensive. These are high quality shelves. 1,600 plus a loader of 600. So you got to get 2,200 per door. So it is $8,800 to offload these things automatically onto one shelf and give ourselves 16 boxes worth of time before we have to get back over there. $8,000 to automate those doors. Unless we go through each batch of box on the floor here, I don't know that we can do that before the next day starts. So that might be a thing we want to think about, or we're going to end up leaving some money on the table. All right, back to green box gathering. These early days take a little bit of this grunt sorting work, and then you become the professor of automation, and you set up the conveyors and cool systems to get everything in here the best way. Each day I've been kind of trying my best to get as many boxes in, so that while things are chill is when you could start to solve the situations. Okay, just checking through some stuff here. Impland. I don't know if that's the flag of Impland. Right now I'm just kind of working with stickers that are already on there. And then you get to the part where you look through ones. We stay focused. We look for pre-approved stickers. We sort through the madness. All right. Now I'm going to go over here and kind of split them up. I know there was one boat. All right, there's a plane. Well, it's too hard to see over here. We're putting the rails off to the side. And the boat. I gotta have me my boat. Okay. Rail. This is tedious, eh? Not being able to take out rail will come with its complications, and then come Monday, when you can actually put them through, you're going to get big bucks. A lot of rails going out immediately. All right, first batch of 12 going out. Beautiful. 1,500. Should be enough for that upgrade. Delivery speed, Mach speed. No more speed or size upgrades. Now it's just the conveyor delivery of 15 and then the expense for each one of those things. So basically you think about whether you want to dedicate the 8K to something like automating the doors. You don't have to do all of them. You could do the back 2 doors and then just sprint on the front 2 ones. But I can guarantee at the speed they are that we're not going to be able to even get to the back 2 ones to take them off of the 16 high shelves. Because we'll be just running between the two doors right here probably infinitely. Okay, I'm spreading them out, but it's going to be a lot of grunt work going through each one of these and looking for the stragglers and then the eye checks on ones that could be denied. But there's probably a couple $100 worth of batches still in here. Now it's kind of about thinking about what we're going to do once these doors are open and everything. I think we're kind of setting ourselves up now for next time. And next time, guy needs to have a good plan on how he's going to approach everything. You know, we've done the greater portion of a week here. I think big parts of it are going to be kind of planning out this step. Because I'm not going to be able to launch till tier 12. Biggest shelf unlocked at tier 8. Automation is done at tier 9. So you can get the whole, basically, waterfall of everything if you get to tier 9 on the whole robots here. We're going to put a box in there. It'll check it for all the stuff we're doing by hand. That'll mean we can clear out the whole place, of course. That's when big money's gonna come. Let's see when the next warehouse cost is. 2,500. We might be able to get there. Won't be easy. Okay, so there's no like notepad or anything to make personal notes, so we're just gonna have to do this by brain. We have to come in next time. We have to sort through all these boxes, get batches taken care of, put into the chutes for extra cash so that we can maybe get up to the next warehouse upgrade. If we do that, then we get the sticker applier, which is kind of good, but, you know, it's going to be a big brainstorm at the beginning of next time. We have a bunch of cash laying here on the floor, and it's about how much we're going to do of the grunt work to allocate it towards the automation process. Whatever happens once we open these doors next time will be unhandleable by our manual sprint, pull things off with a pallet move. There's just too many. It must now be fully put towards optimizing and maximizing. We may have expanded too fast. It's going to take some serious concentration probably for us to be able to do this. And that's probably what next time guy can handle. I don't really know how to save. Sometimes you'll see an autosave thing come up. We'll see if it triggers here in a minute. We'll just chill out for a second. This is Box City. This is what it's about. We have a big day ahead of us. And this was super fun. I'm glad we get to mix it up and do some cool things like this. These are kind of underrated games. Parcel Simulator. Alright, it just saved right there. Makes you kind of nervous. Are you sure you want to quit to the main? Your progress has been saved. Okay. So we're coming back kind of in the middle of the day here. And hopefully it'll just load us up right there in the warehouse and everything will be gravy. 25 bucks, tier 6. Okay. There it is. That's the amazing game of Parcel Simulator. It's the coolest thing ever. And you could find it, of course, on our YouTube. Our YouTube is rising through the ranks, you know what I'm saying? And what we're going to have here is you go to larone.net, where we're surfing the web. You click there on the YouTube link, and boom, you're in. There will be a playlist with videos like this one, now and in the future. Larone with Jabroni. And it's going to be fun. We're going to have these cool little videos of unique games. It'll just keep things exciting and wild. And I really appreciate you guys hanging out and watching me sort through cardboard boxes. I know that you have a taste for the thrill. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here right now hearing this. Thank you so much. We're going to be back with more Larone with Jabroni sooner than you think because it's super fun for me. So I know I'll be doing more immediately. I want you guys to know that you're amazing and that we'll be back soon with more thrilling cardboard sorting. I'll see you soon. You know where to find us. We'll be there playing the long dark all the time. Friday morning, it's time to storm the steeds. And I hope that you guys have a great evening or day and know that you are the coolest. And we'll continue to thrive and grind. Aretha's here to say goodnight and good morning to all. You're the best cat in the world. We'll see you soon. See you guys. See ya. I'll see ya.